Ciao Mandy, bellissima, mia signore dolce. Hi Mandy. Um, Today is Wednesday, 19th, 19 days into the year. One day closer to us being together. I love to think of it. Um, I just took a bath and I wanted to talk to you before I get going and being productive today. I didn't really make any plans to talk about for the most part. Last night was nice to be with you again. It had been a while. I mean, not really, but it feels like it sometimes. I mean, we talked every day, but I don't know, just something about when you rest with me and relax and open up and we connect, all that stuff. It's really special to me. And I really enjoy it. So that's what I see our future being at some point in person. And I really like it. I like the way we connect and how close you like to stay with me and all that. And that we miss each other a lot. So, in the bathtub, I was reading a book that I had gotten out when you had mentioned your thyroid situation. I got out a bunch of my holistic theory books, basically. All the books that explain basically how to get your body in balance again and stuff like that. And I had looked in there about thyroid issues. It didn't really address it specifically because it's more of a holistic healing book, but it did mention a couple of things about thyroid. And I had looked at it back a few weeks ago, however long ago that was now, maybe a month ago. It talks about balancing your body's acidity, and for the reason being that pathogenic organisms can proliferate easy in acidic environments, but they have a hard time in alkaline environments. It also talks about how your blood has to maintain a very specific pH, and we acidify our blood with the modern lifestyles and diets and stuff, and that will cause your body to have to pull minerals out of your bones, your tissue, etc., to keep that blood in that specific pH range for proper functioning. Otherwise, the body's in trouble. And it has other ways of throwing off excess acidity. It talks about all the microorganisms that live in us, just like I talk about the gut balance. It's also in your blood and everything. So in an acidic environment, I mean, that's what this book is focused on, is pH. The microscopic, or the pathogenic organisms, microscopic pathogenic organisms, will basically consume the food you eat, and they metabolize the food into chemicals that will further acidify your body. And I've done pretty large amount of reading. I mean, I've looked into it from other sources and other topics about these byproducts of pathogenic organisms. They can contribute to a lot of issues in the body. I mean, specifically mental illness, depression, the whole gambit of mental illnesses, ADHD, autism, dyslexia, OCD, schizophrenia, autism, all that whole range, with the exception of psychological trauma. are affected by these organisms that live in our blood, and they basically are poisoning us nonstop. So it also can contribute to a lot of physical degenerative diseases, arthritis, cancer. I mean, you can list thyroid issues, several autoimmune diseases like fibromyalgia, MS. I already said cancer. Even PMS, cramps and stuff like that. A lot of that is due to these imbalances, and so I don't want to get any further into it because I'm going to bore you to death and scare you probably. But if you would be at all interested, I would like to show you some of this information when we're together. I mean, maybe we can even explore it before we're together if you'd like to. I know that ignorance is bliss, and you'd rather just be happy and keep things in moderation, and I kind of tend to follow along that route as best as I can, but and I know that science isn't entirely in agreement with this stuff, because obviously people are dying every day because of these issues. But the research is there. It's not being researched enough to bring it to practice. So like I said, I kind of touched on that a little. If you'd ever be willing to get more into learning about that and the ways that you can keep your system in better balance to lessen, also like skin eruptions, it mentions that too, allergies. So, I mean, I don't want to torture you or give you an unpleasant lifestyle with me, so I don't want to scare you into thinking that, we should live hardcore, healthy, or whatever. But I mean, I do like to know these things, and if you would like to explore it with me ever, I would certainly enjoy doing that and take a lot of time doing it with you. I have many resources that kind of point in the same direction. It's the holistic, keeping the body in balance to stay healthy. Balance, that's what holistic is. Like, you don't zoom in on one problem area. You look at what's wrong in the whole system that created that problem and try to bring that into balance. Anyways, I don't want to spend this whole video being boring and scary. This is kind of, I guess I have such a fear of, not being able to take care of myself and being weak and not being well, and I've been through enough depression and being unhealthy in my life that I never want to do it again. So that's why it's one of my interests. I'm not going to doctors unless it's for stitches or broken bones, and that's just the way I am. So anyways, back to you. It's another day closer. That's the way I'm looking at it, and just getting through each day, getting things done that I can, and spending time with you when I can. And we're going to get through this. And you're such a beautiful woman, Mandy. The woman of my dreams. And I want you to always feel special with me, and I will always treat you right. I hope to tell Daisy all about it someday. So let's go back to what we were studying. So maybe I should be reviewing some of the old things. Like you said, you're probably not absorbing or remembering any of this, but at least you're being introduced to it. Like Damani, see you tomorrow. Damani, tomorrow. Adamani. The pleasure's all mine. Piacere e che tutto mio. I figured out that there's E like Mondi e John. That's how the Italians say. They go John. Mondi e John, like without the accent on top. That means end, but says and I guess they're about the same. Is. So piacere e che mia tutto. Oh, piacere e che tutto mio. Mondi e che tutto mio. Bellissima. So now we know and is an end. Io mio nome, io mio, il mio, I guess il nome. Il would be the, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure why they say it like that. Il mio nome I'm not sure how to pronounce that right. We'll just say it with an accent, doesn't matter. Il mio nome è Giovanni. Il mio nome è Mondi. I guess it would be tu nome. Tu nome? I'm not sure. Not good at this yet, so maybe it'll be entertaining for you. Here we go. Ti chiami. So, come ti chiami? What's your name? Informal. So, if I were to ask you, come ti chiami, Mondi? Amanda. So, there's two things, chiami and nome. I think chiami would be like to be named, the verb, and nome would be the noun, name. So what are you called? What's your name? What are you called? Chiami. Come ti chiami. That's enough of that for now. These videos get too long when I get too far into that stuff. But Mandy, I'm glad to have talked to you today. I just want you to always have me. I want you to know I'm always by your side. And I will stay by your side as long as it takes. I'm in it for good. So take your time, sweet, beautiful Mandy. And when it's right for you, we'll be together. I want you to be very comfortable. Perfectly comfortable with me. So I'm gonna go take a walk to the mechanics now. Hopefully my Subaru's now done. It's been like months and months. It's a long story. I could tell you it someday if you want. I think I've told you some of it, but I lost a couple $1,000. It was pretty sad. I think I did tell you some of it. It's okay. Life goes on. I'm rewarded, as obviously we can see, because I get you. So I'm not bumming about it. I know I'm blessed. And you always make me feel that way. So beautiful. Stay close to me. And know that I love you. That I'm your man. And you can have me in any way, always. You can always have what you want. Because I'm yours. I'm yours for the taking, Mandy. And I'll always give you a lot. So I'll say goodbye for now, sweet Mandy. Until we're together. Every day we'll spend time together, and I'll come to you a lot and talk to you, and it's my substitute for my loving hands giving you what you need. in my arms, but hopefully it helps you survive until we're together. I love talking to you, baby. I love being with you. You're my beautiful girl, my sweet, special girl, and you always will be. And to me, you're the best in the world. You're the most beautiful woman I will ever know. I'll see you, baby. I'll stay close, and my heart is always with you. And I'm yours, and I feel so good being yours. So stay with me, Mandy. I'll stay with you, and we'll be together someday. See you, baby.